Yo, what's up guys? Matty here from DCL Blogger. What's going on? It's been a while. Firing up my videos again. Got a new background streaming setup. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this or if I've done a new video since I've got the background, but definitely going Matty 2.0 when it comes to making YouTube content once again. It took some time to set up, guys. So look, I'm excited to start doing content again. Really just getting back into the groove of things. I've noticed my video keeps freezing here and there, which has delayed me in doing these videos. But once I fix that, I'll be a lot more regular with content producing. Guys, in this video, I wanted to go through the concept of gaming in the crypto space, right? So NFT gaming, blockchain gaming, whatever you want to call it. Let's dive a little bit more deeper into it. How big of a deal is it going to be? I think it's going to be a massive wave. I was going to say the next wave, but I don't know how long it's going to take because we've been wanting to build games in this space for a very long time. I think it's going to be a big deal. So let's sort of dive in a little bit and take a look at how big of a deal blockchain gaming is going to be. So a couple of tweets here. So yeah, a couple of tweets. I'm a bit rusty on my YouTube content, so mind you if I do some recording glitches here and there. But Robbie, the CEO of IMX, co-founder, I think he's the CEO, I'm not sure. But Robbie, the IMX co-founder, been putting out some interesting tweets. Gaming is bigger than music, movies, and TV combined. It's compounding 10% year on year. The $100 billion a year spent renting items is going to turn into a $1 trillion ownable economy. All of it will be built on Web3. And renting is a good word because when you're buying game items, the traditional games, you're sort of just, you're buying nothing really. It's centralized. You don't have ownership of it in the sense of you cannot take it out and sell it on eBay or something like that. It exists as a product within the game, technically just in someone's centralized database, which you can't really do anything in. I mean, we all know the benefit of having games, items on as NFTs in games, right? So there was that. I mean, look at this graph. I mean, definitely video games is a massive industry, larger than films and music, and it's getting bigger. Basically, what's happening is that industries and brands are becoming gamified. And it's a weird word, but when you think about this coming of this metaverse, and you think about traditional brands that exist, exchanges like Coinbase, etc., when they want to exist in the metaverse, you're not just going to go in there and do something boring like you do on a website of Coinbase. You want to go there. They got to participate. Maybe they'll give out quests for you to do across, so it becomes more entertaining for you to participate. And a lot of this next phase of, I guess, the social revolution we're calling the metaverse is going to become more entertainment based, and everything is going to become gamified. I believe so. Life is a game, really. If you think about it, you're sort of leveling up yourself. You're going out there. You're looking for entertainment. You're collecting money, currency to buy your items. I'll take you to the next level. Self-improvement. You get married one day. You have kids. I know it's a very weird way to think about it, but I'm trying to zoom right out and think about it, right? So gaming is a lot more than what we've traditionally seen, right? When we think about the average gamer, we think about some kid, 15 years old, maybe playing RuneScape, or maybe not RuneScape, that was me, Fortnite or something like that. But do you know what the average age of a gamer is? It's 39. Apparently it's 39. I think I heard that right. I hope I've heard that right. It was on an Improbable interview with Herman, the CEO of Improbable. So 39. So it shows you that the age of people that are looking for entertainment within games is increasing, which means their activities isn't just, talking to friends and playing the game. It can increase to more things like socializing, etc. So anything, gaming, I think, is going to be redefined a little bit in the future. Anyway, there's that. There was also this tweet that came out saying the Immutable BD team brought in 5 major games in the last 7 days. Announcements coming soon. The amount of AAA Web3 games are about to go from under 10 to hundreds in the next 12 months. Pretty big statement. 12 to 18 months. Mainstream is coming. I mean, we know that Immutable have done something with GameStop. They've got like a $500 million fund to build games in this space. So it definitely is going to accelerate at a point. There will be an inflection point. The question is, when is that going to happen? So that's just a couple of tweets. I mean, and there was also this thread that I did showcasing that games are coming to this space. I mean, you had Ubisoft come and do a drop for items that they used Tezos blockchain. Out of all blockchains, they used Tezos to be able to get a gun or a skin, and the way you had to get it was go and play their game Ghost Recon, I believe, and you would get the drop, and you had to reach a certain level, etc., etc. So they had their parameters to make sure that gamers got the drop. But hey, it's an NFT that you could pull it out of the system, the game, and sell it on Rarible or Object.com. But Ubisoft have said that they're going to go even deeper into this, and the reception of this Ubisoft launch wasn't that good. A lot of gamers hated it. Traditional gamers, because obviously people hate NFTs, right? But they still said they're going to push ahead and keep going, right? So despite the pushback, Ubisoft are standing firm with the VP at Ubisoft Strategic Innovations Labs, Nicholas Quad, right, saying Quartz is really just a first step that should lead to something bigger, something that will be more easy to understand for players. That's why that's the way we're thinking about it, and why we will keep experimenting. So Square Enix have showed some interest. They've released actually a game in the sandbox. EA showed some interest. So there's been like some momentum, right? There's feelers in the air. There's funding. Then obviously YouTube. So Ryan Wyatt, I believe his last name is, hope I pronounced that right, was pulled over to Polygon, the head of gaming at YouTube. Damn big title. YouTube, largest company in the world, one of the largest. Pulled over to Polygon to become the CEO of their Polygon studio. So massive move from them. This was a while ago. This is not new news at all. This is actually 5 months ago. But again, some momentum with the whole gaming industry. And why these are important, guys, is because companies like Polygon, companies like IMX, GameStop, whatever, the funds, investment funds, VCs, they see things that the regular person does not. That's just how it is. They see those things because they're the ones putting in the money. So when someone like Polygon Studios or IMX or anyone that goes to invest to pitch to an investor what they're up to, some of the partnerships in the works, they get some information that the public do not, because they're investors. They do some large investment. They invest in equity, and those are not public investment vehicles. Those are private investment vehicles, and so you need to pitch to them. Just like how you've got an idea, you go to some investors, and you tell those investors privately that, hey guys, I've got some partnerships and some leads I'm chasing. I'm working with Maserati potentially. I've got a call there. I have some networks up in Lamborghini. Blah 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 blah. And so these investors, they know a bit more than what the public knows, because those are some leads that you can say are in the works, but it's not formalized, so you can't tell the public yet. So when events like these happen, when large hires happen, when large funding rounds get released, that's sort of an indication that the innovation is moving in that direction. So gaming, although we haven't seen much when it comes to the release and the visual part of gaming, we've definitely seen a lot in the investment space, in the hiring space, in the momentum space, right? So yeah, there's that. And Ryan has been hired in this YouTube role for more than 7 to 8 years, I believe. So it's a pretty big role to move on from. So he must have, definitely must have seen some stuff that's quite exciting at Polygon. Improbable, we've seen this quite a few times. I did a Twitter thread on this, looking super epic about what can be done. I don't know how far away this is from being actualized. I think it's still years away from the public to be able to play this. But hey, look, what's interesting as well is that there's this merge and there's this intersect of NFT gaming or blockchain games and also other tech growth like scaling player bases. And that merge is coming now, and it just so happens that Improbable, being that scaling infrastructure provider, have worked with other sides. So for the first time, not only are you going to see NFTs at a large scale in high fidelity like this, but also you're going to see NFTs, a lot of people in the same server with large scale, player-based events, which is new in the industry overall. Tens of thousands of people in the same server. I believe that hasn't been done before. So that's an interesting there's an interesting intersect, right? When technologies start to mature at a point and they start to intersect, and things blow up. That's why social media, X, phone, like the growth of phone applications or the phone, getting the smartphones and social media has blown up now. That's why we're all plugged into the phone, right? So there has to be a merge of industries happening as well for major, what's it called? Major inflection points to occur. There's that. There was also this really interesting AR glasses, right? So just sort of just browsing the internet, saw AR glasses out there. Didn't really think much of it. So a really interesting video. So like AR glasses, unlike VR, allow you to overlay. You can overlay screens, but you can also still see the real world, which is something you can't do in VR. Think about it like when you're cooking or I don't know, running on the treadmill or something. You can overlay a screen and you can see what's around you. You can interact with your family, but also have a screen that you're looking at that's sort of playing. That's an interesting maturation of a technology there. So AR is quite interesting. So just a note that like a lot of these technology pieces are becoming to a point of usability, high scale usability, and that merge is going to create like this massive gaming / entertainment wave, I believe, powered by blockchain, hardware devices like VR and AR. I don't know when it's going to be, but there's so much momentum and innovation momentum happening that it's going to get real crazy. The interesting thing though, when you look at OpenSea, there's actually not many games. Like, it doesn't even have a game category. Look at this. New art, collectibles, domain names, music, photography. There's no game category, which is bonkers. I swear they used to have a gaming category or something. I don't know what's going on there. And even if you look at the top projects, mostly collectibles, avatars, things that might be used in a game, like land items, stuff like that. But no real game projects where there's items being created, right? Maybe there's people going on quests and selling their items and swords and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, like Axie Infinity, obviously a major player in the industry. They did really well. They sort of showcased that there could be some sort of a sustainable economy. Yes, it is died down a lot. So this is a player-based graph. It's a weird way to look at the graph, but basically, it starts from here. So this is October 2020, and you can see it got higher and higher and higher in terms of the user base, the amount of people playing. So 2.8 million people playing at the peak. Now it's dropped down significantly. Still a player base, and you can definitely say that a lot of these people may have just come for the money and so have left. But hey, look, there's still people playing. And it's way higher than what it was before. So there's sustainability of gaming and NFTs powering them in some way. But yeah, just a definite move towards gaming and something larger than gaming, intersect of a new way of thinking, new way of spending your time existing. And so there'll be new opportunities, new work, job opportunities that may not just be gaming. It could be within a game. You may be like the photographer that might be going around taking good video shots because suddenly people want to be photographed as an influencer, being a golden bored ape in a metaverse or playing a game. So there's like all this crazy stuff that's going to happen. I'm super excited about, and this is why it's interesting, and it's very important to be plugged into the space, because what happens is you don't know what's going on. Like, look at this. Like, I would have not known about AR being around. I would not have seen Improbable coming up. So you would not be able to see the trajectory of where this is going. And you don't have to invest. You can just participate. But if you do want to invest, you sort of get indications as to how things are going to go. And that's how, like, in 2017, 18, when NFT people stayed here, in 2020, when it boomed, we were very well diversified. We knew where the inflow would come because we were part of certain communities. And that's why some people became super rich, right? So it's important to stay in the space, stay in the game. But yeah, stay in the space and figure out what's going on and get an indication. Stay in, train your intuition, that sort of stuff. Yeah, just a quick video, guys, on the gaming industry and where I think it's going to go and how big of a deal it's going to be. But super happy to make a video again. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.